starting now. This is your local news leader, News 10 ABC in the morning.
Trial day for alleged NXIVM cult leader Keith Raniere. What we can expect.
An investigation underway following a fatal crash in Albany. The details so far this morning.
And looking toward the 2020 census, a public hearing is being held today. We'll tell you all about it. We thank you so much for joining us after a gorgeous day yesterday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see the same today.
No, can't spend the afternoon outside today, right?
No, but Jess, at least tomorrow's looking good, right?
It's the sandwich in between two sun-filled days. We had one yesterday, one to come tomorrow, but let's get you ready. Because even when you are outside, it's not that it's a total washout, but you do need the rain gear later on this afternoon into the evening. Right now, first things first, a little rain is popping up to the north of Syracuse out towards Utica. The good news is for our early commute, this is drying out as it meets drier air across the Adirondacks for now. I think the more substantial rain, as you see that band out west towards Hamilton, Lockport, that will produce some soaking rain as early as the late morning in the Adirondacks. Then we all get in on the chance for quite a few waves of rain in the afternoon, early evening. But again, what you see out west towards Richland, Lee, this is evaporating before it even hits the ground as it works its way east. So we have a little while before you have to use that rain gear. In fact, even for that bus stop at 7, 8, even 9 o'clock, we're still dry. Warming eventually to the lower 60s, even a high of 66 degrees a little earlier than usual before the arrival of that cold front and before the rain cools us down. Both are going to knock us down tonight to the 40s. But let's plan for a day in the 60s, plan for a soggy afternoon and evening. I'll have your full forecast, more sun, more cooler air, but also more wet weather is straight ahead. Back to you guys.
All right, Jess, thank you. Well, happening today, a trial set to begin for alleged NXIVM cult leader Keith Raniere.
Yeah, he's expected to appear in federal courtroom in Brooklyn this morning. Nicole has more on what we can expect today.
Yeah, well, the jury has been seated. Opening statement set to begin in federal court in Brooklyn later on this morning. Keith Raniere pleading not guilty to sex trafficking and other charges. He's accused of running a secret society within his company NXIVM called DOS. Members of DOS are said to have been branded with Raniere's initials and subjected them to extreme lifestyles, including restricted diets and little sleep. Prosecutors allege that the Capital Region-based NXIVM also trafficked women for sex. Raniere's inner circle included actress Allison Mack, president and co-founder of NXIVM Nancy Salzman, her daughter Lauren, Seagram's heiress Claire Bronfman, and bookkeeper Kathy Russell. They have all previously pleaded guilty to their roles in NXIVM, and they are awaiting sentencing. News 10's Ayla Ferrone following this case since the very beginning. She will be in that courtroom today as the trial gets underway. Be sure to follow it both on air and online. Ryan?
All right, Nicole, an investigation is underway following a fatal crash on South Main in Albany. It happened just before 3 yesterday afternoon. Here's the aftermath here. Unfortunately, one person killed, 2 others seriously injured. Police say the driver was trying to avoid a utility trailer. Witnesses also say the driver was speeding, went over median, hit a light pole and a tree. Good Samaritans rushing in, pulling the 2 passengers out, but they were unable to free the driver. No names have been released yet. Stay with News 10 ABC as we continue to learn more throughout the day. Meanwhile, up in Washington County, investigating a fatal crash in Fort Edward, the sheriff's department there says a truck was going southbound on Burgoyne Avenue when it went off the road and into a tree. The driver, Andrew Willig of Hudson Falls, was pronounced dead at the scene. Police still trying to figure out exactly what happened there.
Oh, the number of measles cases increasing across the country. The CDC reporting 60 new cases in just the last week, bringing the total now to 764, and New York State remains at the top with its number of cases. And you can see nearly all of the cases in New York are found downstate. The Department of Health confirming a total of 253 cases outside of New York City. 215 are in Rockland County, 24 in Orange County, and 10 in Westchester. There's even a confirmed case of the measles in Greene County, just south of Albany. So make sure you stay with News 10 ABC as we continue to bring you the latest on this story.
Happening today, another installment in the Albany Police Department's community meeting series. Chief Eric Hawkins hosting this forum, police interactions with the community, and the topic, problem solving as a community. It all gets underway later today at 5:30 at the Arbor Hill Community Center. Another meeting is scheduled for May 20th. The Ghost Ship trial underway in Oakland, California. You might remember this, the 2016 warehouse fire, that abandoned warehouse that left 36 people dead had been turned into ramshackle artist commune. Derek Almina and Max Harris charged with 36 counts of involuntary manslaughter stemming from that tragedy. Prosecutors allege that Almina and Harris created the situation which led to the fatal fire and should be punished. But the defense argues the two are being made scapegoats for mistakes of others, including city officials and the building's owner. The first witness on the stand for the prosecution is the mother of one of the victims, and the defense objected to her emotional testimony. Listen.
They wanted her up there so that everyone absorbs her pain, her suffering, and it casts, let's call it, an emotional shadow on the case right at the inception.
The two defendants striking a plea deal with prosecutors last year, but the judge actually rejected it, saying it was too lenient. The trial is expected to last up to 3 months.
6:35 right now. A 3-year-old lucky to be alive after falling from a 3rd-story window. It happened yesterday morning on Main Street in the town of Philmont in Columbia County. News 10 ABC told the child was crying when it was put into an ambulance. State police now handling this investigation. As of right now, police say no one has been charged.
Rensselaer County officials announcing a major welfare bust. Check this out. 19 suspects you see pictured here, all arrested, now facing charges. 7 others still wanted by police. Total amount of money they allegedly cost taxpayers totals $56,000. District Attorney Mary Pat Donnelly says the suspects face felony charges and, if convicted, up to a year in jail.
We need to reserve that money for those who do deserve it, because here in Rensselaer County we want to help our own.
Rensselaer County Special Investigations Unit has 3 full-time investigators working to root out defrauders here based on internal welfare review process and tips from the community. In the coming days, the county will actually be rolling out a new tip line, making it much easier for the public to call in and report suspected cases of welfare fraud.
6:36 right now and happening today, remembering police officers from all over New York State who've made the ultimate sacrifice. The annual Police Officers Memorial Remembrance Ceremony will take place at the Empire State Plaza this afternoon. And News 10 ABC's Lexi Null is live there now with what we can expect from this important ceremony. Lexi.
It certainly is, Christina. I'm standing in the Police Officers Memorial now at the Empire State Plaza. It is quite quiet, and it's going to remain a solemn day as 63 new names will be added to this memorial, including Trooper Jeremy Van Ostrand and others who have had quite an impact on the Capital Region. Now, there are some things you want to be aware of if you are traveling through the city today. If I could get a list of road closures here, you can see these go into effect at 7 a.m., so that's just around the corner. There are also going to be some parking restrictions you'll want to be aware of. We've posted a full list of those on our website, news10.com, but I will get you ready to go to work this morning. Everything you need to know as far as traffic is concerned as we move over to Fox 23. Now, Ryan, I'll toss it back to you.
Lexi, New York is getting ready for the 2020 census, and today the state's Complete Count Commission will hold a public hearing on plans for the coming census. Gets underway later this morning at 10 o'clock at the Rockefeller Institute on State Street here in Albany. Also happening today, the city of Saratoga Springs will be sharing some good news when it comes to its finances. The city reporting a $1.2 million operating surplus for the year 2018. A full presentation on that will be given at tonight's City Council meeting, which gets underway at 7 o'clock tonight.
Albany residents coming out to last night's Common Council meeting with issues on regulations for 2 new development proposals. Some claim that the Unified Sustainable Development Ordinance isn't protecting their property values and infrastructure. One council member says exceptions are being made for developers. Common Councilman Tom Hoey says a proposed development on Western Avenue could add to the area's flooding and sewage problems. Planning Commissioner Chris Spencer quoted as saying the project was okayed only if a sewer extension permit was approved by the County Health Department. Hoey says he's found the developer another site, but the company doesn't want to take that alternative.
We have a plant up on Woodville that pumps the sewage downstream. It overflows. We have real problems here. We need to start looking out for the city and doing smart growth, smart planning, smart development.
Planning Board plans on adding changes to the Unified Sustainable Development Ordinance. A date has not yet been announced.
Meanwhile, Glens Falls getting ready to start a new chapter, looking to revitalize its downtown. They were awarded $10 million by the state back in 2016 as part of a revitalization initiative, and they're putting that money to good use in areas like South Street.
The little brown building, the parking lot, and then the next building will be demolished. And that, hopefully, someone will come in and they will bid on putting in our farmers market.
With much more development to go, the city will be hosting a contest actually in the coming months for people to pitch their best business ideas for the downtown area.
6:39 right now. Heads up for people heading to the Ballston Spa National Bank today. Their locations will close early, but it's all in an effort to give back to the community. Branches will close at noon, giving all 125 employees the opportunity to volunteer during their 3rd annual bank-wide community service day. More and more companies doing this. They're partnering with several organizations, including Rebuilding Together Saratoga, Brookside Museum, and the Ballston Spa Village Cemetery. So let us know if someone in your community is giving back in this way, helping others in need, however they're making a difference. All you have to do is send us the story and a picture to news@news10.com through our email, or put it on our social media pages, and we'll grab it that way. Use the hashtag #GivingOn10, and we'll be happy to spread that good news and get it on air.
Absolutely. All right, 6:40 right now. Still ahead on News 10 ABC in the morning. Royal baby news.
Yes, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex welcoming their first child. The details ahead on that.
Oh, baby. All right, quick look outside right now, 87 north of the Twin. Smooth sailing there, overcast, rain expected today. Take another look at that forecast in detail with Jess when we come back. But hey, tomorrow's shaping up to be nice again. Stay with us and wake up with 10.